So what is the dark hole of Ironmans? I like to refer to the dark hole of Ironmans when, not a lot of people know is that you go swimming for a few miles in the water, and it's usually open water. So you're just like basically at the pace of a 10K run in the water, and you're swimming, getting pummeled all the time. And then when you transition out of the water, you jump onto your bike immediately, and you do about 113 miles of a bike ride. That's usually quite challenging, either weather, wind, hills, flat tires, who knows. And then you've got to get all your nutrition in at the same time so you don't keel over. And then as soon as you're done that, you jump out off of your bike, change into your running clothes, and away you go. Within a few minutes, you have to go run a marathon and go treacherously through that. So the thing is that the reason why it's a black hole is because you're not allowed to listen to music. So you're not allowed to have any external influences, including headphones or music of any sort coming from your own music, because it would be a lot easier if you could. So what happens in that moment as you're transitioning, as you're doing everything, is pure fear, first of all, and then the fear eventually goes away and it becomes more of a self-sabotaging voice. And all that goes through your head, every single foot that you take is, you're sucky, you can't do this, you're not going to finish, something's going to go wrong. Like, it's every single negative thought that you can possibly come up with about yourself is entering into you at that point. And so what you're left with is you're left with the battle of you between you. And I refer to that quite often, is that it's like you can really see that there's this whole other side of you that doesn't think very good about yourself, this whole other side of you that will beat you up if you allow it, this whole other side that is just waiting for the opportunity for you to quit, and it wants you to. But what ends up happening is that you do this entire lead up 16 weeks, 8 months, a year, however long. In my journey, it took 5 years. So you know what? You have all this preparation to get to that moment. So what you have to really do is you have to dig as deep as you can ever go, to not believe in the words, to ignore them, to learn how to push them out. But equally, you have to prepare yourself for it and say, okay, like, I'm going to look at my note, because your head's not in it. Your head and body are at its weakest points. So you have to be mentally the strongest mofo around to basically sit there and go, I got to listen to this voice telling me to quit, and that I'm not good enough, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I want to, because my body's depleted, I'm not fully functional, I'm not fully coherent. So how do you battle those voices without any external help at all, and no distractions? So you have to live in the moment and you have to battle it. And that's why I call it the dark hole, is because it's like, you go to a place that I've personally never been before, and it doesn't go away. Every race, it's the same. Every race, it shows its ugly head, and every race you learn to get through it. So what that's done in business, and that's why I'm a big advocate for Ironmans and triathlons and extreme sports like that, is because when you can go and you're deprived of the things that keep you going, like music and proper nutrition, external help, and all of the above, and you can mentally and physically go through a place where you know that the only thing that you can hear is how terrible you are and how you can't finish it, and every negative thought you've ever thought about yourself, and you can still come on the other side and beat it, you become a very invincible person. You may lose it every now and then and get your ass kicked in other places, but it's euphoric. I think that's part of one of the biggest things that I love about Ironmans as well, is that it's like when you're finished, you're like, yeah, I beat you. You didn't get away with that. You may have tried to knock me down, negativity, and you may have tried to, and it may have worked for a few minutes, but I kicked your ass. I beat you. And so if I can do that, then, I mean, really, nothing really bothers me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Nothing really gets to me as much as it used to anymore. So that's why I love that black, dark hole, like, so freaking much.